Hi, everyone.
Hi.
We're back again
Yeah.
with part 3 of our series, Breaking Unhealthy Generational Patterns. Before I make a mistake. So one of the things we had discussed was the fact that it was a 3-part series, and yes, it is a 3-part series, but we think it's a conversation that we would like to continue with, in the future. Delving straight into what we said we were going to talk about, right? So we'll work with an example, and we will share tools or ways in which you can begin to break unhealthy generational patterns.
Right.
Okay. So, Mame, what was the example that we were working with?
Oh yeah, even though this will probably apply to those who are because maybe whether you're in marriage now or you're about to go into marriage, one of the fundamental things that we were talking about was the idea of being intentional. And so when you're being intentional, aside the fact that there's self-awareness, so you're taking notice of your own behavior and monitoring things that you've been doing. So obviously, if you're trying to bring change, it's not going to be automatic, and so that's when you now need to put an effort. That's where the intentionality comes in, whereby people have told you something that you've been doing or you've seen a pattern, whether it's you being impatient or being impulsive, or how you handle conflict, and then you saying that, how can I now tone it down? And so maybe I'll give a typical example with myself, where maybe if my little sister and I could have an argument and she can get over it the next hour, right? And she wants to act like nothing happened. I'm like, girl, give me a minute, right? Yes. Give me a day. Give me 2 days. Give me something. But I noticed that I was like, that dragging of the thing wasn't really helping, right? Because to what end? I just wanted her to know how mad I was. But there was a way to also let her know I didn't appreciate something and being able to move on without dragging it. And so one of the things I started doing was that I had to get over that feeling, because the emotions can be very deceptive. So get over that feeling that wanted me to drag it and be quiet for days, to say it's okay, we can keep going. I'm not happy with you, but it doesn't mean that I cannot answer a question or be respectful towards you or something. Yes. And so that's actually that's one aspect of it. And you can talk about what we're talking about in respect to couples and stuff.
Okay.
Right.
So like we said before, these are things that if you pay attention to, almost always you'll realize that you learned it from one or both parents. So for most of us, especially in our cultural setting, I mean, you can't answer me directly, but think about this. When your parents would have issues with each other, right? Some way, somehow, we were always brought in. Oh, go tell your father this. Oh, I'm not talking to your mother about this, And even to the point where now that you're adults, parents pick up the phone to call and tell the child that this is what their spouse has done, right? It's very important to keep in mind that your relationship with your partner has almost nothing to do with your children. And this is what I mean by that. A person can be a good mother to their child and a good father to their child, even if they're not being a good spouse to you. But oftentimes, because of emotional blackmail and we're looking for some kind of support, we bring the children into it. So if the mother is upset with the dad, she tells the kids what the dad did, and she paints him in a certain light. Vice versa, if the father is upset with the mom, she does the same thing, paints a certain picture, so that the kids will see that parent as the one who has done the wrong thing. So now that you are in the generation that you're in and you're going to start your own family, being intentional involves things like realizing that no matter how badly you want to paint your spouse to your children, your relationship with your spouse is not the same as their relationship with their parent. Don't be confiding in your children about marital issues that you're having. And if you find yourself in a situation where your parents call you to complain about each other, respectfully, let them know that this is something that they have to figure out on their own. It's their marriage and it's not yours to fix or to get involved in.
Right. Because then it becomes the thing of where it becomes your problem. Your parents' issue is your problem. And then now there's this whole dynamic happening in the home where people are taking sides.
Yes.
And then it's very unhealthy. And there's never any peace. You can't differentiate between whose emotions you are feeling. Are you feeling your mother's emotions? Are you feeling your dad's emotions? Exactly. And so it's very important to do that and keep it healthy.
Yeah.
And so, I think those are the two major things that we'll leave you with, at least for now. And we said we'll definitely want to keep this going, as and when we can come back and just share more. So if there's anything, you have any thoughts, things you think are really things that are happening, feel free to actually just drop a message or something, share with us, and then
comment under if you
Yeah.
want to share your experiences. But yeah, this is the time to begin breaking the patterns that we saw and now we are aware of. So
Okay. Thank you.
thank you.